Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Now then, we do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Am I now classed as a happy clapper? Blind Faith Priestley, have I joined his gang? I'm losing my mind in group chat. You want to be a member? Links in description. If you're confident Leeds will do well, don't fucking join. I'm only joking, but it's driving me mad today. Oh, why is all this pessimistic-ness come from? What's going on? I must be an happy clapper. I must be. What is it to be like angry about? I don't get it. My sort of way of looking at things at the minute, Leeds, yeah, is I'm a football fan, like we all are. Why have we got to get invested and involved in all this transfer shit? Like, I know we've got a channel we speak about it, but why is that the be all and end all now? You know, there's no competitive ball being kicked in pre-season. We've looked decent. We haven't lost. You know, we just won league in dramatic fashion a few months back. Crowds bouncing, parade, and mint. We brought in 7 players. Everything for me is rosy in Leeds United's garden, but because we haven't signed 1 or 2 absolute worldies, potential worldies, we're going straight back down. Because we haven't signed an El Canous, because we haven't signed a Muniz, because we lost out on Pajau, because we're linked with these players, it means Leeds United, obviously, to some people, don't think the squad is good enough. They need the X-Factor player. Am I going to be concerned if we don't bring in an absolute star? No, I'm not. Because I think the squad, it's light in numbers. And I know we need cutting edge. And I know in pre-seasons being get 3 draws out of 5. Hard to beat. Lacking a bit of quality up top. I understand all that. I do. But I also think we've seen teams in the past come up with less quality and stay up. But all of a sudden now it's an impossibility. You can't do it. I don't think Leeds have to spend £40 million on a striker. Would I say no? No, what the heck. Bring him in, great. They're obviously having difficulty getting these size of deals done for this next level of player. Do I think Leeds need to go out and buy a Pajau level winger? No, I don't. We need full-back cover, and I don't like the word cover, backup cover, but we need numbers at full-back. But I'm happy with the starting full-backs we've got. Bring someone in of like similar quality, great. If we don't bring someone in who's nowhere near Bogle level, fair enough, but you need numbers there. On the wing, I don't know how many times I've got to say it, Nonta want left, or Ramazani want left, the cook for me. Well, they can't do it, it's the Premier League, it's so much harder. Fuck off. Like, that proper blags my head. Nobody, when they start playing football, until they get to the Premier League and do it in the Premier League, has played in the Premier League. Nobody. So to say Pirro won't do well in Premier League, that's just being lazy. That's just you being naive. You may say, I've watched him play football, but you haven't watched him play in Premier League, have you? Well, I've seen him play in Championship and he didn't do well. Well, he did, didn't he? Because he scored a lot of goals in Championship. But it's a step up in quality. What, and he can't improve with that quality? He can't step up. He's just going to be, the last 2-3 seasons at Championship where he's done well, he's just going to maintain that level. He can't go up a level. No. Because I've improved through my life. I've gained weight as well. Small increments there, but everyone can improve. Everyone. I don't get the knowledge. I don't get the notion that because I haven't done it means they can't. Well, there's no proof. there never is until there is. Why would you live with a glass half empty? I don't understand it. What is it they're moaning about? I don't think we need to buy the next bracket of quality in those key positions to stay up. Would it help? Of course it would. I'm not naive. But if we brought in a player, a striker, who was very good, and I deem Pirro very good, and I think Imagine could be too, but not world class or even potential to be world class in future, but decent, of a similar level of who we've already got for the numbers. I'm happy with that because I think Pirro and Imagine can do it anyway. On the wing, would I like him to go sign someone who's way better than Ramazani and Onto? Of course I would. It's unlikely it's going to happen by what we've seen. So I'm at peace with it not happening. So if we bring in Solomon, which I know injury worries and all that, I get that. But just say we're bringing Solomon and he has no injury worries. Quality-wise, I'm getting on it here. I'm happy with that. And I don't see that as backup. I see that as good competition and a similar level to what we've already got. Because we need numbers there. We're down on Solomon. If he were to come back in, I'd be happy. We've got Harrison, which I hope they move on. But up top, the two strikers, we've got, that's not enough. We had 4 last season. Bamford would always flirting, in and out with injuries, but we had 4. We've lost them 2 now. So we need to bring the numbers in. But I just can't go ahead with the notion that if we don't bring in a £30+ million striker, a £30+ million winger, and a 10, either or someone who can do both, we're fucked. We're doomed. Why are we? Why are we? Look at Everton last season and season before. Look how many games Jack Harrison got for Everton. And now he's at Leeds and he'll be lucky to get a kick, really. If Farke plays him, he plays him. But he wouldn't be starting every game for Leeds United, would he? If any at all. And then they've signed Grealish, they've got these, or Everton, they've got so many better players than us. Why have they? In group chat then, Adam, Late Night Leeds, Adam, telling me they've got Grealish on left, and they've got, Beto, and they've got Ndai, and they've got Tarkowski. Tarkowski? Why is he better than Rodon? Because he's played 10 years in Premier League. And like I said in group chat, I guarantee if Tarkowski had moved to Tottenham at a young age, he'd have probably been moved on to France, and then probably ended up at a club like Leeds. Are we all saying Tarkowski's a million miles better than Rodon? Are we saying Tarkowski's a way better player than Biol? Because he's been in the Premier League and done it? So that means he's better now? Nah, it doesn't. Grealish. Are we saying Grealish is 100% more impactful right now for a side who isn't going to be in top 10 than Nonto, Ramazani and James? Right now, yeah, of course he is. He's a £100 million player. He's played umpteen times for England. But right now, is he worth 100 million right now? Because if he were, it wouldn't be Everton. Is he an England international right now? No. Is he better right now for Everton than what Ramazani, Nonto and a James can bring to a side? I don't think so. I don't get it. Yeah, there's the top 4, 6, top 8 teams who are on another level. But why can't we mix it? We are Wolves, we are Brentfords, we are Evertons, we are West Hams. Why can't we? I don't get it. Because they haven't done it. Well, why don't we stop moaning about it until we've seen them have a go at it? Do you know? I don't get it. Nobody, well, there is some people that do it for jobs, but not many of us on here or watching now are football analysis. We're not. We watch YouTube and we read some stats that someone's been kindly done a nice little job to put into a little graphic for us to have a look on type in on Google, see what you want, find what you want. We're not experts. We're just fans of football, watching football. So why do we kid ourselves thinking that, yeah, but he's better than him and he's better than... Why? We won the league on 100 points. What we had were good enough to get up. We needed to improve, and guess what? We've improved. The players we've brought in have improved the squad. We are still lacking in key areas, yes. I understand that. I'm not deluded. We need numbers, and I would love them to be the quality Leeds are shooting for the stars they are. And they're not quite hitting, so the board's getting a bit of shit for that. And it is what it is. When you're trying to do something in life and you can't quite get it over the line, there's going to be conversations as to why. And whether it's, they're doing all the players just not fans, whatever. Why are we moaning as fans and kicking off saying we are doomed if we don't get these deals done? They will get the required deals done for a winger, for a striker and for full-back cover. The 10, grey area, I'm not too sure. A winger, striker and a full-back cover will come in. Is that enough? We don't know. We will have to see. But to say we are fucked if we don't bring in £40 million players, do we need a bit of stardust? Yeah. But why can't that come from Solomon? Why can't that come from the big Icelandic striker that I announced yesterday that we're linked to it? Why has it got to be a Muniz? Why? Has he come to Prem and scored 100 goals? Is it? Nah, he's done all right at Fulham. Bit of a rant, I know. I just can't go along with the ideology of it's got to be this or we are fucked. Have a bit of faith in the boys that got us up. Let's try and live on lighter side of life. And I tell you what, if after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games we look shit, I'll be there with you. And I'll say, yeah, we needed more. But right now, don't see much to moan about. Because we don't know that he is better than what we've already got. We don't. So we back the boys. We back the manager. We back the 49ers. We know they're trying to do deals. We know they want a 9, a winger and a full-back cover. We know that. But it doesn't have to be. Shoot for the stars by all means. But if it's not quite there, let's not cry about it. Let's just back them, eh? Back tonight at 9:30 with my mate Wayne from Only Fools and SAFC for Bridging the Gap. Should be an interesting one. All chat about Leeds, chat about Sunderland. Are they doing better business than us? A lot of Leeds fans are saying they are. Tune in tonight and we'll have a chat about it. Take care, like and subscribe. Bye-bye.